No, he is. He lives in the apartment by himself.
Okay.
We are. I once again. This is not like it's people. It's the same thing where it's people are gonna ask like, so are you guys okay? It's like, yeah, we're fine. It's just Max likes to live on his own, and I
Well,
do
that's
not.
good.
So
That's good because
I
he
just
had
wanted
what is it? When he was first living on his own.
the what?
When he was first living on his own, when he first moved out, that usual feeling when you live on your own for the first time. But that was
Yeah.
several years ago now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez. Jesus, thank you for the host, my friend. I appreciate you. Always appreciate you for the host. So yeah, let's talk about what apparently we're going to see. So I actually haven't really been putting my ears to the ground and trying to listen for anything for a little while. I've been checking on Resetera and all my other traditional sources for any kind of behind the scenes news. I think the most that's happened right now is Hungrybox has basically risked it all to get the top of the line leak news on the now incredibly infamous Warner Brothers platform fighter, which is going to include the likes. I'm not sure if you've seen that screenshot at all.
Yeah,
Maybe you have.
it's very deliberately Warner telling him to start advertising. It's a very
Well,
much it's an intentional looking leak.
well, yeah. Well, that's the thing is that it's an intentional looking leak, and then they hit his channel with a strike.
Yeah, crazy.
So, I mean, it's very weird where it doesn't. Maybe it's just one of those things where he kind of like overstepped the boundaries and maybe we might actually see
If it
something
wasn't
about
intentional,
it here.
he's an idiot.
Yeah, 100%.
But I would they're drumming that up right now probably because it could be here. Same with PS Plus lineup. And I feel like there was something else.
So there's going to be a couple of reveals, which I think is insane for such a short show.
Oh, there was another PC
Like-
leak. There's
Oh,
another,
was that the God of War leak or
No, one that was just like yesterday.
really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one, so I guess I'll be surprised if it's here. If it's not, then I would like to see what the leak is.
Right. Well, other than that, I don't know if it would be right to expect Square again.
I think it'd be a little weird. I think a lot of people have been talking about how they want Final Fantasy 16 to show up, and I definitely want to hear more about 16, but I don't think we're going to hear about 16 until after Endwalker is properly dropped.
Right, at the very least.
If anything, we'll definitely hear about 16 sometime around Jump Festa, which I believe is in December.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Endwalker's almost here anyway, so
Yeah.
there will be... They are full-blown JRPGs, even as an expansion. It is a full-blown fucking game, so...
That's what they keep saying.
They're gonna give it
Keeps
its...
talking about how big that fucking game is, and I'm not so sure I'm entirely excited about that, because that,
I mean, they've already
I think
been, like, full-length games, but yeah, I don't like the idea of Endwalker being longer.
yeah.
I was saying when they said that Shadowbringers was pretty perfectly paced. If anything, it still could have had a couple quests trimmed down, but they come a long way in like, excuse me, getting that pacing figured out. So I don't know, unless a lot of shit happens.
I guess we'll find out.
Unless a lot of shit keeps happening. And especially when
a lot of shit has to happen, you know what I mean?
When everything that's for the Ascians is being pushed into the 24-man raid series. The 24-man's all about the Ascians. So what the hell's gonna happen there? I don't want 70 hours of Xenos. I don't have I have faith they can I have faith they can turn Xeno's character around, but I don't want to be around Xenos for 70 hours.
I wanted to do something of, like, worth. You know what I mean? Anyways, hey, Temperance, thank you for the 49 months. Wow. That's a hell of a streak. I'm glad that it's not broken. I say is it'll break next month, probably, because that's our luck here. But yeah, moon fishing hype, Mr. Cheeses. I wish I was a fisher. I wish I did any. I just don't enjoy gathering or crafting in MMOs entirely.
That's totally fair. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I will admit that is absolutely a preferential thing, because how Final Fantasy XIV does it is probably some of the best I've ever seen. It's probably the most comprehensive crafting, and like people could just entirely play that game as crafters and
yeah, they
live
absolutely
their own lives like that. Yeah, I have a friend who basically he only shows up for crafting content every expansion, which is incredible. But
and
yeah,
it makes me feel bad for really them, cool. As it like Shadowbringers was pretty light on that outside of Ishgardian Restoration.
I think that's the thing, is that because Ishgardian Restoration was being prepared in the background, so many of the like a lot of the core, how do you say, crafting gameplay and gathering gameplay was essentially locked behind that, and then ultimately it just kind of devolves into diadem fucking grinding anyway.
Right.
I think that's the thing too, is that like I definitely probably find myself to be more in a situation where I enjoy kind of the journey to get to places nowadays. It used to be when I was younger, I wanted to like, I would do the dumb grindy thing like to get to somewhere. But as I've gotten older and I'm realizing how fucking like boring that is, and I very much instead like to go for like the more traditional route, which is basically like forego any of that shit until like the very end or something like that.
Right.
And just
I'll come
go
back
about
to
it like people will do it.
I'll come back to it if the game has been like engaging enough.
Yeah. Hello, Joe Jingle.
I went through, like, I've done several playthroughs of Final Fantasy 12, and then the last one was the attempt at 100%ing it, doing everything that was in the hunting board, which is a really good way of how they did the hunting board in that game.
I've actually just recently started up Final Fantasy X as well, to give that game another shot, because I always find yes.
That's how I do it.
Well, this will be my third attempt, I think, in life, essentially, of trying to play the game. So when I was a kid, I played it like all the way to like the first Seymour fight. And when I was a child, I didn't know shit about like leveling or sphere grids or anything like that.
Right.
So, you know, because like Final Fantasy could let you like basically brute force through anything. Even Final Fantasy VIII, which had its miserable fucking systems, I brute forced my way through most of Final Fantasy VIII. But 10 kind of like the first Seymour battle with like, and that's with Anima, like against the Anima summon.
Yeah.
Kind of like a hard stop for people who just haven't been paying attention or don't know how to play the fucking game.
Yeah, I could see that with how intricate, because that was the reason they gave you all the options to see the turn order and change all of your equipment right in the middle of the fight.
Right.
And party members. That was the idea, right. I guess.
But yeah, I think the second time around was a couple of years after that, where I think it was like the first iteration of the HD remaster had just released, like on the PS4.
PS3.
Or PS3, or whichever one of them was. And I was just like, I'll give it a shot, and I just wasn't in the mood for a JRPG at the time, so I dropped it again, but this time like way quicker. And as like years have gone on, I've been so anti-10, which is a shame, because I think 10 and 10-2 are like the best like playing turn-based games in Final Fantasy, and seeing as the last ones essentially too.
Yeah. But everything else about them.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
I loathe Titus.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of Titus. I really don't like him. My friend May was actually trying to like explain, like she was like, "Oh well, you know, it's a shame that you hate him, because like blah blah blah, like he's sort of the character that you view the world through, and that's why he's like all that shitty." And it's like, yeah, I dislike that very much. I don't like that character. I don't like having to play that character. I think if that character is a side character, that works fine. I don't like having the main character that you play as like most time, especially when it's obvious that it's somebody else's story. Like, it is so clearly Yuna's fucking tale. But because of the fact that Yuna is not a pretty boy with a big sword, she can't be the main character because you can't put her on the fucking box. You know what I mean?
Hi, Plush.
And that's a shame, but you know. But then 10-2's gameplay systems are incredible, and it's like the opposite. I love the characters in that one because it's all wacky and zany, but the fucking main story is so terrible. Like, I love all the lore in Final Fantasy X, but like that's about it. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff happening in 10, but God, those characters are fucking useless.
Yeah.
I hear a silly boy that gives me the warm fuzzies. Hey, Emperor.
I struggled with also Final Fantasy 2. It's wacky fucking system.
Yeah, because I think that's like when they started doing some weird stuff with like the job-based gameplay and stuff like that, right?
Not jobs, just stat growth.
Whenever JRPGs do some weird shit, like the Sphere Grid system, I think works fine, but like
Sphere Grid's fine, yeah.
You know what? I'm completely fine with how Tales of Arise has handled its fucking overall progression. You know, traditional levels with the skill system, like that's totally fine by me. I think that's the way to go. You know what I mean?
What I liked in earlier ones was the earlier games had better strategy settings. Like, it was much more in depth with the strategy settings for your party. But in terms of progression, that was, they did fine. It's pretty inoffensive.
I think the most offensive one for Tales of progression loop was like Hysteria. Because Hysteria had kind of like a Final Fantasy IX system that didn't really... The fuck? Okay. That scared me for a second. My bad. I was looking at something for my job and said, we don't have an email or an account with that email. I was like, yeah, you do. Don't fucking lie to me.
Any second now.
Any second. All right, let me turn on the...
Oh, the timer's there. Yeah, so...
38 seconds for me.
I'm ahead a bit.
By how much a bit?
It's at 28, 27, 26.
You're about like a second.
All right. All good.
I'm at 20, 19, 18, 17.
Yeah, close enough.
It's a problem I had with Xenoblade 2. I just don't like Rex.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and stop playing it in... If you're playing it in English, stop playing it in English.
Yeah, 100%. All right.
But if you play one, play it in English.
Spectacular show of guts, glory, and gore for you today.
Okay. This already feels like it's been locked very much into like early 2010.
I played this before.
What
Survive is the only rule? I played it before. It's the game where survive is the only rule.
Another one of these. I hate that this is a meme for me on these fucking streams. Another one of these.
They did a good job on his neck fat. That's good animation.
It's very, very viscous.
I like her robot arm. 9999.
This looks like American, what is that Suda51 game? Fuck, what am I thinking of? It's the arcade when you go up a tower. Let It Die. Yeah, it looks like American Let It Die.
What's with the health numbers remind me of Final Fantasy?
The health numbers are like also like so Unity based, it's not even funny. It's Like, you can tell this was made in a video game engine of some sort, of some repute.
Got it, Senpai.
Did that little robot just call somebody senpai?
Yeah.
Excellent!
I mean, whatever the fuck that was, Deathverse, Let It Die. Oh, it is.
That
Wait a
was the
minute.
first look at Deathverse,
Is Let It Die.
coming to PS4 and PS5 next year. Now, let's listen in on a
What?
recording session.
It's a Let It
We
Die
are
sequel?
War.
Don't say it.
War sucks. In a world full of war.
Yeah, all right.
where War is
I like
just
that.
doesn't have anything to do with politics or race or.
Yeah, okay,
Listen,
Lyle.
Out there, we look to each other and to our thick arms.
You done?
And you're like, how did they get them that thick? Is this like an alternate reality where arms are just that thick, or are they robot arms? Our
Oh
last
my
hope
god, it is just Lyle.
is arms.
Luca, focus.
Okay, sorry, for real. PlayStation promo time.
Yep.
I'm just supposed to introduce our band and the game about our band, right? Ooh, can we do something fun with it? Like, can we be like, why is it called State of Play? What are we, the president? What are we, the...
We've talked about these jokes. Hey, you.
Hi, we're still driving. Jay, I heard back from the mix engineer, and she's cool with getting song stems on Sunday.
Itsu! How's the PlayStation blog post going?
Are hashtags too much? I want to reach more people, but I don't think I trust people who use hashtags.
Itsu, you're the best at this.
I'm proud of you.
I just do things.
Carter, what you working on?
Just a little audio filter I cooked up for debug here.
Can Debug make me sound like a demon?
Okay. Give me one more run through and we'll take a proper break, yeah?
I like the style.
Okay, bye. We Are OFK is a new music biopic game about us, the indie pop group OFK. It's a 5-episode series about how we started the band here in Los Angeles and how, so far, we have not screwed it up. You get dialogue choices and texting and flirting, and each episode lets you play an interactive music video of a new song from our debut EP. That's 5 episodes, 5 songs. And if you join our mailing list today, you get a life-size cutout of our whole band wearing nothing but PlayStation 5 DualSense controllers.
No.
Can't wait for the inevitable
Okay,
quartering
the cutout
tweet
is
about
still
that
TBD,
shirt.
But We Are OFK is coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 in 2022. The future.
The future, thick arms. We are OFK.
Okay, bye.
We love you.
Yeah, it does kind of, like, ring a little
Up
bit of
next,
Go
the team
Goodbye
at Young
Volcano
Horses
Island. That game's
shares
not even
a
out
big
yet,
update
yeah?
coming to Bug Snacks.
What the fuck is Bug Snacks? Is it a horror game?
It's a adventure.
See, I don't like that answer because you didn't say no.
Giant bug snacks!
Gosh, we might be witnessing a prehistoric
Is it fun?
species
Is it Pokemon
somehow
Snap?
preserved at the bottom of the ocean.
That's really hard to explain.
Expedition!
Play it, you coward. I mean,
Yeah, I've just
I
watched
could-
a playthrough, but I still
Has
can't
anybody
answer.
seen my hat?
I could always ask Tolly if I can borrow his PS5. There's a PS5 in the house now, so.
Yeah, it's rough on PS4, so.
I don't have a PS4
That's
anymore.
not all,
Mm.
buddy. Ta-da! We finally finished your huts. So
This
keep
is
checking your
DLC,
mail,
yeah.
do some redecorating, and before you know it, this'll feel like home.
Bug Snacks!
Can we stop
It always
wasting
looked
time and
interesting.
Get on with this expedition before I'm as old as Shoulder.
Ready yourselves! A grave danger approaches!
What the fuck is this game, bro? It's cheaper than Animal Crossing? Oh, God bless. How much is the Animal Crossing DLC?
25.
It's free, I thought. Oh, Jesus.
Or
Oh,
is
wow,
it-
that's...
Yes, yeah.
Hey, Five Nights
Yeah,
at
it's
Freddy's
free.
fans. We've got a security breach.
Don't say that.
Immediate how to fucking get like a good portion of your audience to just shut off. Hey, Five Nights at Freddy's fans. Ugh.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Freddy and the gang.
Sorry, Chad, I didn't set up Cookie Clicker.
Next week after a few days of scheduled maintenance.
What were you just talking about? I forgot. Now I can't go back to it.
I was just saying, like, how to shut off like an entire portion of your
before
viewer
that.
base. Bugsnax, Animal Crossing DLC.
Oh yeah. Do you remember Happy Home Designer?
Yes.
That was like a separate spin-off game. It's that, but islands.
Okay.
That's why it has the price tag on it. It's because instead of making it like a spin-off game, they just made it an expansion.
I hope you guys are ready for the full playthrough of this game.
Security doors reopen at 6 a.m. Until then.
Yo, it's that one fucking guy from Sonic. What's his name?
If there is another way out, I will help you find it. I promise.
Yeah, if you just make them look like normal animatronics, like that right there, that's fine. That's creepy. But if you just make them look like normal animatronics, it's like, I don't really get the vibe.
Please make your way to the front of the building, where you will be given novelty glasses, a voucher for one free soda refill, and where you will sign a legal disclaimer releasing us of all liability for anything that might have happened during your visit. Have an awesome night, and we'll see you again soon. Would you like to take a short survey about your experience?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, that's...
Battle beasts and demigods in a challenging action RPG
finishing
coming
immersion
soon to
on stream.
PlayStation.
Shut up.
Let's take a look.
RPG, huh? Oh, hey! I didn't know this was not on PlayStation. I want to play this game. I love the super simplistic design of using the wings as like a cape. That's really fucking cool. Having my PS4 though, I sold it. I needed money. Oh, they did Titan Souls?
Online opponents await in these multiplayer games coming to PS4 and PS5.
I mean, I'm out of that kind of thing. Oh my god. Kart Rider, that's what it was. Fucking Nexon.
Yeah, shit.
Another.
Sorry, chat.
They went real fast. Oh fuck, that guy's dead.
Is there any crossover stuff? Because these characters look like characters.
They're from an old Nexon free-to-play kart rider game.
Ah. And when's OMG Pop getting revived in a kart racer?
What I want is fucking Gunbound. Bring Gunbound back.
Nope.
When are we playing Kart Rider? Thanks for the sub. Is this only coming on PS5? I never played Kart Rider. This was the one Kusage game that I didn't play.
No, not even PS5.
Oh, it's free to play, of course.
Shatter all expectations.
KOF.
Ooh. I mean, what else could they have announced? They've announced all the characters, right?
I don't think so. They're close. Sick.
Dolores.
Open beta, awesome.
Oh.
Good, we get to see how this fucking netcode is. Excellent.
Hopefully it's
I was
good.
saying, if any game needs a beta, it's KOF, so we can know how the netcode is. Cool.
Oh, and then private matches too. That's great. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Why don't fucking fighting games do that? I don't understand why they don't fucking allow for like private match. Why it's so hard to ask for private matches in betas, bro.
Yeah.
King of Fighters 15.
Ooh, that's soon. Fuck, man,
That's
that
very
first
soon.
one's Endwalker.
It is.
Damn it.
Escape is futile.
Oh, it's this game.
Looks like you're in need of your medicine.
It's coming to PS5.
Hi everyone, I'm Niels, also known as Vetterbird.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily, also known as
It's a shame because these games
Today
are always
we're
going to be
excited to
referred
share
to as
First
Among
Class
Us
Trouble
types
with
and
you.
not the ship
First Class
types.
Trouble is an online social deduction game featuring a dangerous cocktail of difficult decisions and wacky
Is that the genre name we're
Before
going to
hopping
give
into
it?
a match, check out the range of customization options available to you.
Online
You'll unlock even more, so don't forget
social
to come back to your
deduction
wardrobe
game.
From time to time. Let's check out that recent match we played.
That's a
That's
really
when I
long
play
way
my-
to just say somebody's acting a little sussy, my guy.
When I play PS Home with my friends.
Or a personoid.
So this is me. I played as a resident.
You can't, but you can't make that joke because this game's already on PC, though.
And I
Not
got
its
to
fault.
play as a personoid. So my
mean, it
game
is
was
entirely
all
its
about
fault.
deception and traps, stopping the residents at all costs.
Great outfit that you have on there.
Thank you. The most
I love
important
these
question
kinds of games. I
who can you
really
trust?
do.
Yeah, exactly.
But the
And I
problem
thought you
is
and I were
that they
working
are
together.
so obviously
I
made for
know,
content
right?
creators nowadays that it's fucking
Sometimes going
frustrating.
with your gut doesn't work out.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, Dave. I don't have that
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
You sabotage
Like
the option
machinima
one
era content
When a
creation
system is
of like,
sabotaged
all
or
right, everybody,
traps
let's get into
this is a
squad
good time
streaming.
to
Blah
start
blah blah blah
casting doubt on
blah.
the loyalty of the other residents.
Which is
You had me
fine.
so convinced. You did such a great
Yeah.
job. I even helped you take him out. You really got me on this game. I never suspected you at any point.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, here it is.
Gotcha.
I realized.
Sorry, not sorry.
Whether you're a personoid or resident,
It's pretty
your
bold of them to
social
show it so
deduction
early.
skills and strategy are the key to survival.
Yeah.
Good luck, everyone. And remember,
Oh.
be careful who you trust because in
You rather
First Class
streamers
Trouble,
only have Warzone
Oh, that's-
played. Yeah, kind of.
Oh, that's not early
Work
access.
together to avoid disaster when First Class Trouble arrives to PS4 and PS5 next
No,
month.
that's the way that the game
PlayStation
looks.
Plus members
The
will
game
be
has
able to
been
download the PS4 and PS5 versions at no extra cost starting November 2nd.
Oh. Okay, so it's free for PS Plus members.
Square, we did it. You can stop showing the trailer now.
What is this?
Tri-Ace?
Tri-Ace?
Galactic Federation battleship.
Hold on.
Star Ocean?
Readying third
Starboard
strike.
thrusters to full power.
It's fucking
Star
Star Ocean!
Ocean.
Holy shit!
Abandoned ship. All crew members get to an escape.
Why did they do this? Why did they do these small state of plays and they reveal like massive things?
It's fucking awesome.
Fuck yes, dude. Cool. Let's see some fucking gameplay. And by that I mean battles. Yes, fight that. Oh wow.
Are you quite all right?
If it's help you're offering, then it's help I'm taking. Damn near the full Federation fleet's moving in on us.
Wish I could say we're good. But the Fed saw to it we aren't.
The crew of the Aegis needs you. Good luck, Ray.
You seek only to devour this world.
So they're taking the Tales of Arise. Ooh, that's rough frame rate.
Yeah.
That is obviously the PS4 version.
Spare me yourself, right?
Yeah, at least I hope.
I shall be saved by mine own hands.
If humanity should persist as it has, never will it find total freedom from sorrow. What hope do we hold should they descend upon us now?
If you dare turn your back to this, I swear I'll destroy the Federation ship by ship until there's not a damn thing left!
This feels very old school. Star Ocean and Divine Force. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
Got ways to
Wow.
go.
Okay, soon.
Before we
Very
wrap up,
soon.
let's get an update
That's
on
crazy.
the eagerly awaited Little Devil Inside.
Yeah, what? Wait a minute. Holy shit. When is this fucking thing coming out? I feel like I was still in Full Sail talking about this game. Star Ocean related to Phantasy Star Online. No, it is not. That trailer looked really rough, but the idea of a new Star Ocean coming out is very exciting.
Yeah, I got plenty of time anyway.
Yeah. A nebulous 2022 date only, like, leads me to believe that's going to come out either in June or, like, November.
Like any other day, Billy sets out.
Oh, it's got voice acting now.
Looks like he's reading the letter he received.
The font needs a little more drop shadow.
The job
Okay.
seems simple.
I just won't be able to read that.
Billy arrives at Cornfield Station. He needs to meet Professor Vincent, who should be nearby. Oh, there's an old lady up ahead. During travel, you can engage with various people. Sometimes to buy goods.
I like the
or simply
overworld.
ask for directions. On certain occasions, the crew is available to travel together. During world map travel,
Awesome. If I'm being entirely honest, if this is how Remake Part 2 handles an overworld, I'd be perfectly fine with it.
sheep blocking the road.
Where it only zooms in on particular, like, important events. That'd be really cool, actually.
Looks like they have arrived near their destination. Billy heads towards
PlayStation is Star Ocean and
eerie-looking
Xbox has Phantasy Star.
to fulfill
Yeah.
his simple task.
And both
of
are
course.
are in a very rough state right
He's
now.
greeted by who seems like the owner. The job is to pick up a mysterious artifact and deliver it to Professor Vincent. Looks like it's kept in the mansion's basement, leaving behind the unsettling signs on the wall. Billy enters the basement chamber.
Got his ass.
Way to go, idiot.
Well, it turns out that the job is not going to be so simple after all. Ever since leaving the mansion, strange-looking creatures constantly appear. Here he is surrounded by a mob, striking and sticking the blade into enemies to pull and throw them around. During his travels, Billy needs to resort to his survival instincts and make use of whatever he has to survive. Often being exposed to the harsh side of Mother Nature. A desert environment is one such place. Finding safe places to camp and cooking up food is all part of the journey. This time,
That's
a
neat.
sub-zero climate. And worse, caught in a snow blizzard. Struggling to pull his companion out of the snow. What will be their fate? Lead Billy throughout his journey and imagine what he has to face.
They move like
Some
VeggieTale
expected,
people. They do.
more often not.
See, here's the thing: is that like, I want this to be less survival and more of like that, like discovery, adventure stuff. But if it's bogged down with a bunch of survival mechanics, I'm gonna be very
Hope you
upset.
enjoyed this peek into what's to come on PlayStation. See you next time.
That was an interesting way to close it. All right.
Yeah. So that was a thing.
Right. That's about what I expected.
These always seem like relatively inconsequential in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Like one, maybe two titles every time.
Yeah, let's open this up and see if we can do a small recap. Because I'm just upset that they haven't done anything like a big E3 thing. Because I think even during E3, like the last one I think was during like the PS5 reveal, and that one was pretty okay. But,
right.
I don't know. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, so the first thing that's up on board is apparently Let It Die is getting a sequel. I know that looks super familiar, but the art style is so not Suda 51. But apparently it is Suda 51. So let me see here. Let me see like what the fucking...
It seemed pretty like Western inspired at the very least.
Yeah, so it's Gung Ho Entertainment, Super Trick Games. No, I don't think Suda's on this project. I think it just might be because Gung Ho owns Let It Die. So it's Gung Ho Publishing, Super Trick Games is developing. I don't know what the fuck Super Trick Games are and what they've done before. But the idea of Let It Die being a franchise is weird. Because Let It Die is kind of like a really meh game. But if you turn it into whatever wacky, zany thing this looked like, I'm a little bit more on board. If it comes to PC, I'll play it. If not, I don't care.
Right.
Kowloon Knights is the developer, not the game. The We Are OFK is a 5-episode biopic music thing.
I don't know if I like to have a whole game biopic. It feels there's a lot more than 5 people involved in their music project.
I see stuff like this, right? And I'm upset that stuff like Watch Dogs 2 got shit on so hard for its cast, because it feels like the people that like complained about those kinds of characters, these are what these characters are actually. Like, these are the people they're complaining about, not the characters in Watch Dogs 2. Obviously going to be very politically heavy. You know, Shadows of the Black Trans Lives Matter flag. That is not flag, the shirt. That is really cool on them, but not sure what this game is going to be, what it's going to be about. I don't... it doesn't really seem very interesting. Seems kind of mid. So, once again, moving on. Anything else, Austin?
No, I got nothing.
Alright. Bug Snacks, the game that keeps mystifying me, and I don't know what it is, and it has been intriguing me ever since I've first seen it, and no one will give me a straight answer. So, I'm gonna have to just play it at some point to figure out what the fuck the world is. Play the game, become a snack. Okay, well, you need to relax.
It's the its most appealing part is its characters. So if the characters draw you in, it's worth the time probably.
I mean, I think that it just from the world aspect and the idea that there's this weird sinisterness like underneath it all. I love like shit like that. I just love the idea of like that weird trope of taking something that's super cutesy and having like a weird sinister spin on it. Is really cool. And someone says it's going to ruin the experience if they explain it to me. So, okay, I guess I will just move on, and whenever I can, I will play Bug Snacks on stream.
Right.
Next is the Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. You know, if Scott Cawthon wasn't such a piece of shit, like, confirmed, would still totally be on board with just supporting him in terms of, like, I'll be honest, like, I put him up in the same regard as, like, the, like, not in the same, like, wavelength of, like, how they approach production, but Cawthon's original storyline, like, evokes the idea of, like, Final Fantasy XIV's failure, where it's like he was trying to develop games for kids for so long, and everyone just kept telling him his fucking character designs were just too creepy, and he, like, was, like, broke and destitute and didn't have anything, and to come from fucking nothing into what is effectively a multi-million fucking dollar franchise that has now got a movie deal. There's books, there's toys, there's all sorts of things, and it's all, and for the most part, all of it was entirely one guy. Now, I'm sure this isn't one guy, it doesn't look like it's a one guy game, but you know, I still love that story. It's just a shame that he's, you know, garbage human being.
Right.
But yeah, hey, if you like Five Nights at Freddy's, can't wait for that to be a thing. Hey, this is the game, Death Something. This is already out on PC and Xbox, I think. Wanted to play this. It's coming to PS5. Cool. Kart Rider. It's a free-to-play video game it's an old Kusoge, which, for those of you who don't know, it means shitty games. It's old Kusoge MMO Kart Rider thing from fucking when I was a baby. I was a wee little lad, and they decided to revive it and bring it to the PS4 for whatever fucking reason, because that's what people wanted. Is a free-to-play kart riding game that is got Nexon monetization, which, if you don't know what that's like, just go ahead and look at anything to do with MapleStory and the amount of money people have been forced to spend in that fucking game for years and years and years. So
I don't recognize any of the characters, so I'm not too interested anyway.
Yeah. KOF's got an open beta coming. Cool.
Yeah.
Did they announce how many characters are going to be in the? Oh fuck! I love her so.
That was in the one pic. I think that's what the picture was, right? It was like 8 characters at least.
8 characters.
That's what that's on recollection.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine. Shermie's in for beta. That's good.
And that is the it's 19 Sundays and Walker.
Well, I am. As my role in MHIO server dictates, I am white and mediocre at fighting games. So, even though King of Fighters is very exciting, the only fighting game I've played in recent memory that I've actually enjoyed quite a bit is Guilty Gear Strive, and then Multi Blood is out, and I've tried my hand at Multi Blood, but it feels like because Multi Blood is, I don't know, because something has an auto combo, it's harder for me to learn because I'll just default to the auto combo instead of actively learning. I don't know. That's a weird thing for me.
I've been focusing on more, since the auto combos are there, I put more time into fundamentals and learning the neutral and wake up and everything. And now that I got that, I do now need to put time into learning combos. But that's what's been nice about its auto combos is I can leave comboing to the side and learn what's probably more important.
Yeah, no, you're playing fighting games the way they're meant to be played. Is you learn the fighting game, and then I'm an idiot and I try to go, no, but I can do combo, but I can never do combo. Let's never do combo. I learn one bread and butter, and I for a character. And if I can get a win on that character, that's fine by me. That's how I play fighting games.
The value in if KOF will be just seeing how the netcode is, because KOF has such strict input timing.
Yeah, especially considering the fact that this is their first foray into rollback. So let's see if it's good rollback or if it's the Nickelodeon Fighter rollback. So
yeah,
that I've heard nothing but bad things about.
I would still put like Street Fighter at the end of the bad rollback spectrum.
Yeah,
and then
100%.
Strive at the higher end. So it's got to be somewhere in between those.
Trend so far is only Strive has gotten it right. That fucking sucks. Okay, so this game is out on PC and it is content creator bait. It is essentially a online social deduction game, which is shorthand for Among Us.
Right.
But, you know, I don't know. I really like these kinds of games. I think they're fine. I think the problem is their novelty wears off about after one play session. So, especially considering the fact that, like, these kinds of things live and die upon whether or not they have enough maps that have enough varied activities for you to do and enough varied ways to take out your would-be prey, as it were. And this kind of looks like it has a lot going on, which is super cool. But at the same time, I also feel like, aesthetically speaking, it is completely... It feels very much like a game that was released back in during the ship days, you know what I mean? Like 2013, 2012.
Yeah.
When Machinima was still alive and I guess you can say the word prospering, right? It very much reminds me of like the moment I see this gameplay up on the screen, I'm immediately putting Markiplier's face in the corner somewhere and hearing him go, "Hello, my name is Markiplier."
Well, that kind of thing's way bigger today than it's ever been. So it's weird to put the time frame of 2013 on it.
Well, because that's where I remember like the heyday of like the Let's Play thing being its largest. Like it's sort of like the beginning. Like I always associate that. Like there's a very I'll tell you after the stream because I don't want to fucking call people out.
Right.
There's a very particular kind of like fucking like content creator that this kind of like I've seen do this kind of stuff.
At this point, it's too big to grasp. It's too big to comprehend. So
yeah, exactly. So it's fine. It's coming to PS5. Maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. First Class Trouble. That's what it's called. That's a nice name. That's a really cool name. Yeah, what the fuck? Star Ocean's back? After the absolute fucking shit show that was Integrity and Faithlessness or whatever the fuck it was called.
Right.
This was not a good showing. At first I was completely on board with the idea that it looks like it's got more of a... It seems like a lot of JRPGs just saw Xenoblade and go, let's just do that now. Which, yeah, no, steal it. Steal 100%. Steal the open world. If you're gonna do like the larger traversal of worlds, just steal the Xenoblade thing. And it looks like general traversal is fine, but like combat, man, those supposed to be the strong suit of like Star Ocean games. Fuck, that looks
pretty rough. Yeah,
pretty fucking rough. Like right here, I think is the one where I'm like, okay, I was excited, and then there's not. We just need to see like combat in action. We need to see what it looks like. That's not for like 2 seconds. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot of like crazy dashes and stuff like that, which I'm super on board with. But like, whether or not that's doing anything, I don't know. It could be like a extension of the mechanic from Star Ocean 4, where you could blindside people, the blindside mechanic, and you could just dash behind them and do cool fucking combos. It also looks like they've adopted more, so a lot of JRPGs seem to be trying to do this more closed-in kind of traditional third-person action camera, which is fine. I think that works a lot better for these kinds of games anyway. But you know what this footage reminds me of a lot? This is going to be a weird pull for a lot of people, and if you know what the fuck I'm talking about, then you definitely are Kusoge certified. Infinite Undiscovery? Does anyone remember that game at all?
I haven't heard of it.
Okay, Infinite Undiscovery was a JRPG on the 360. It was one of the first like JRPGs to come out on the 360. And it was very, very much like this. Very much like this. And it, whatever, man. Star Ocean's back. That's cool. And it looks like some characters look better. It looks like the main sword guy looks really unfun, which is wild to me. Like, some of these characters' animations look really cool in combat. Main sword guy is just kind of T-pose flying at people, and I don't know if I like that. So,
yeah, they got a lot of work, and I can't imagine how long it's been in development for. It's been a very long time.
Yeah,
since
that's
anything
the thing
new.
is that this kind of came out of nowhere. We had no indication that a Star Ocean game was even under development, I feel like. I don't think we've even heard anything about Tri-Ace working on a Star Ocean, which is, crazy that it looks... Man, it really looks like it's fucking stuck in Star Ocean 4. I feel like Star Ocean 5 kind of looked better aesthetically. We'll see.
I wonder
it looks like there's a...
I'd be more excited if anything new for, Saga was in the works.
Yeah, I think a Saga game would be really cool. I mean, I know they just recently released the remasters, I want to say.
Right. So that's if there's those remasters and everything are doing well, because that's what that was both for Saga producer and for Trials producers, is they want to handle new projects now.
Yeah. I would like a JRPG renaissance. I think we need a new one. I think 100% we're definitely in a position to where we can bring these fucking games back as being, as prevalent and as much of a driving force in the gaming community as they were back in the PS1 era.
Practically.
I really feel like we can do it.
Everything to Tales of Arise, it was the biggest launch in the series. And
yeah,
I think
it's
happening.
at 1.5 million right now, which is a fucking insane.
Right.
That's a lot of fucking copies of Tales being sold.
Exactly.
So, especially considering that it's got the worst boss combat. It's got great combat if you're not fighting a boss, but
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what everybody's doing and what everybody's going. And hey, maybe Phantasy Star will either make a video game that's worth coming back to with the December update, or Sega will just turn around and just make a traditional Phantasy Star. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be just fine. Just make a hub-based traditional Phantasy Star game with a single-player mode. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. And then finally, Little Devil, which is a game that has been on and off in development hell for... at this point, I've lost count of the amount of times I've brought up how many times I want to play this fucking game. Combat looks like it's kind of taken a toll, unfortunately. Combat used to be a lot more fast and frenetic, but it seems like it's a lot more slow and nuanced, which is not what I'm into. And I also do not like the idea of there being a large survival thing. I'm hoping if it is anything like survival, that it's more the Breath of the Wild direction, where it's just kind of like you have elements of survival, but it's not particularly the gameplay loop per se.
Yeah, not like to say Minecraft has gone a little too far into the survival territory than I'd like it to. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think this game, and the strength of this whole premise has been the really cool Pulp Fiction era craziness of the 1950s comic action hero man stuff that's going on, all the Cthulhu monsters and things of that nature, all of those really awesome elements being brought together and from what I've seen in all the trailers. And I love the fucking dynamic of the weird professor character with this plucky Nathan Drake-esque hero dude. All of it looks really cool. A lot of the enemy designs are really great. And I hope the game is more so about that. It's just wild to me because I'm looking at a lot of these prompts, and a lot of these prompts feel kind of like alpha, not even beta ready. They feel very alpha ready. You know what I mean? They're very minimal. It feels like a game that is
I don't know. I've seen so much of that
early
lately.
development.
Seen so much of that lately. I don't know anymore.
Exactly. It's difficult because like this looks beautiful, but like a lot of the prompts and everything just looks kind of like an afterthought. And I'm kind of ashamed in a game that like has this kind of crazily weird, awesome aesthetic. But you know, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what the fuck it is. Whenever did it have my video stopped? Did it have a release date at the end of it or no?
I don't remember.
Yeah, well, so yeah, there it is. There's the state of play. It was an interesting time. Star Ocean's back. That's about the biggest news from that for me.
Right. Yeah. Same.
No mention of the Warner Brothers multiverse. Kind of a shame, but it is what it is.
The underwhelming as ever state of play.
Yes.
They've all been pretty underwhelming.
Let us see if there's any more information on Star Ocean. If there's like an official posting somewhere. Gamatsu, thank you. It knew exactly what I wanted. No! I got bad news!
Goodness.
Oh, the first thing I see, it's not even fucking Star Ocean. Composer Shoji Meguro leaves Atlas developing indie game to be announced on November 6th. Fuck.
Oh yeah, he's already said that he will work. He's still gonna continue to work with Atlas.
Oh, okay.
He's just not working at Atlas.
Oh, perfect. So he's gonna do the Nobuo Uematsu thing. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Thank God. Fuck. Because I was really worried for a second. Where the fuck is it? Gamatsu, where are you at? Come on. Okay, Gamatsu doesn't have anything. Maybe they're working on a press release. I don't know. Anyways, hey, that was State of Play. It was something.
Join us for the next underwhelming State of Play.
Yeah, whenever the fuck that is.
Let me wrap it up here then. So,
Sure.
Let's see. Tonight, Cal's gonna be live. That's in a couple hours. And then Dante, gift subs. How many this time? Thank you so much, Dante. Every time you pull... Dante, you got us new emotes last time. 10 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Dante. That should be enough for more new emotes. So we gotta work something out there. Thank you again. Yeah, we gotta work something out with emotes now that we have more tier 1 emotes, because I hate the idea of locking them behind any tier higher than 1. So we can do something with that eventually. Cal's gonna be live tonight, and then I'm gonna be live tomorrow night. I'm not sure what, but it'll be something Halloween. And then on Friday is gonna be Gmod. Huge community night. Please, if anyone can, you should already have it installed. Subscribe to the collection and have Left 4 Dead 2 and CS:GO installed. Phil, do you think you'll join in?
When is it?
Friday night.
I don't think I'm doing a whole lot on Friday, so maybe. Sure.
All right, cool.
You know.
Yeah, that'll be got a lot of slots for the server, so be nice to have a lot of people. But yeah, and that's what's going on. Again, don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, but I'll figure it out. And then Rave will be live on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and until next time, until tonight, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Actually, I'm gonna let these subs roll out.
Okay, do your thing. Anyways, for people over here, yeah, so now that I've essentially acclimated to the new household, I will definitely be trying to stream a little bit more this week. I do have to start kind of practicing, or not practicing, researching and doing a lot of stuff on my Security Plus license, so I'm definitely going to try to dedicate more time to that instead of streaming, just because like that's a career thing, it's money, and blah blah blah.
All right, go to bed.